Today's topic is a little bit personal, a little bit sensitive as well. I want to talk about an incident that happened in my life where I had to face a racial abuse when I was living and working overseas. And this topic I chose because it doesn't have to be only racial abuse that one has to face in life, but in many countries, including in India, we also face issues of caste discrimination, various other kinds of discrimination as well, and abuses from people who don't even know you. And we often wonder, how do we handle this? Some people take an extreme step of committing suicide. They go into anxiety and depression and they lose their lives in coming out of it successfully. So I will share this incident from my life. What happened? Why did it happen? Why do people react this way? And how did I handle this, which you can take as a lesson of how can you handle in a similar situation as well. So let's get started. This was a time when I was a student in Australia. Now I want to put as a disclaimer that I don't think it is a racist country. A lot of people think, and there was a lot of cases in the media many years ago that there was a lot of racist attacks happening against Indians. But in my experience of living there for many, many years, most of the people, 99% of the people are amazingly wonderful, which is, I believe, worldwide it's the same. But there's always those elements. So I had faced one such element where the problem happened. It was a rainy evening, maybe around 8 o'clock, when all of my friends, we were all hungry and we wanted to eat something. We had exams the next day. So the goal was, let's eat something quick and easy, and she'll fill our stomach as well. And the first idea was, let's eat pizza. So I decided to go to the pizza store, which was not too far from where I lived. I wanted to order pizzas for about 6 people. And I started ordering the pizza to the person sitting across the counter. I finished ordering the pizza, and whilst I was finishing, I got a call from my flatmate. So we started speaking in Hindi. So he said, Ashok, एक और pizza order करना है कि कोई और आ रहा है हमारा friend. So somebody else was coming home and we wanted to order one more pizza. But I was talking to him in Hindi. And I finished the conversation, I turned around and I said, I need to order one more pizza. Now, all of a sudden, this person got angry with me for no reason. I had given a $100 note for paying for the pizzas. She just threw the money on my face. And there was a box of pizza which she just threw at my hand and said, take this pizza and get out of my store, you bloody Indian. I still vividly remember this moment like it happened yesterday. It was the first time in my life something had happened. I was not prepared for it. Totally came out of a shock. And when that moment happened, I was just still trying to pick up myself, and as I walked back home, I was in complete shock. And it came to a point where I started crying and I felt so small and tiny. It's no fault of me that I was being abused. I did not choose where I was born and how I was born. But because of the fact that I was born in a certain place, somebody decided to abuse me. Now, we know that this is not an uncommon incident. Well, we may think of this as a racist incident overseas, but in our own country, we do this against our own people. Calling somebody low caste, calling somebody like coming from a poor background, treating them differently, calling them names. It still happens in many parts of our country, and we probably have done it as well without knowing, or even with knowing. Do you relate to this? Have you ever experienced something like this? Have you ever done it to someone? But let me tell you, if you've done it to someone, you should be ashamed, because you probably don't realize what goes through the person that is handling this issue. That's the first day I felt, am I that insignificant in the world that somebody is abusing me for where I was born? You lose your sense of identity. You lose the sense of being alive and being a human more than anything else. So I went back home, I was in deep anguish. I cried a lot. I called my parents and I said, I want to come back. I then, started healing. I thought about it. I spoke to a few people. Now, we need to understand, why do they do this? What's the motive? So most of the people who hail abuses of caste or race are trained for many, many years intuitively without even their own knowledge. By looking at media, by hearing to parents, by hearing to elders, by hearing to people around them. In this case, it could also be jealousy, right? There are a lot of Indians coming to Australia, taking away jobs, which is giving, them less power. They see a lot more Asians, a lot of Chinese there, a lot of Indians there. They start feeling irritated. They feel uncomfortable and threatened. And this is what happens even in our country. When we do something like this, we can't stand somebody coming from a lower caste going above us. We feel that they deserve to be there. I was recently watching a TV series about a cricket TV series. And there's a story of this one cricketer who joins the team from a lower caste. And his colleague who comes from another caste always calls him names and makes him clean his shoes and things like that. You know, we've heard all of this from our history books, what British did to Indians. Now we're doing it to our own people because of no fault of theirs is what hurts the most. And they do it because of lack of knowledge, lack of awareness. When I read a lot about it and when I started understanding this, I started feeling pity on these people. That you are doing it because you have no education, you have no knowledge, you are not civilized. So if we are doing it, it reflects on us, not on the other person. We are so badly civilized that we don't know how to respect people. Let's remember that the color we are born, the caste we are born, the religion we are born, we don't make a choice. We are born into this when we are born in the world. If you want to be looking fair, I have to be born to fair parents. And if they have to be fair, they have to be born to fair parents as well. So I'm not at fault for my gene. And if I'm born a Hindu, Muslim, Christian or any other religion, I am born the way I am. So let's be aware of this when we have such conversations. How did I handle it going forward? I started feeling pity on them. I started feeling that I need to do the best I can do. The best way I can answer them is by doing really well. So I worked very, very hard. I made sure that I do a great job and succeed in life. I never treated anyone else, including the same person, in an unkind way. I was kind to people, kind to the same people as well. Made sure that I treat people the way I would like to be treated. Eventually, I realized the fault is not mine. It's everyone else. If they see me this way, it's their problem. I feel sorry for them. I'm sharing this video because the world is filled with such kind of situations every day. We read this news on the newspaper every day. Honor killings, abusing against other caste, whether it's lower caste or upper caste, doesn't matter. There are even incidents of the reverse happening, where upper caste people are being also attacked. So this is not about any specific caste. This is about we treating humans as humans, respecting them, giving them the same voice like anyone else. Together, I hope this video brings a little bit more awareness about making us a better society and a better world. Do share in the comments if you have faced such incidents or if you've committed something as well. Let's own up to our deep, dark secrets. Let's share it out and make this world a better place. Thank you so much for listening to me. Till I see you next time, stay fit, stay positive, keep chasing obscene success. Do click on the subscribe button and notification button to continue watching all the videos that I'm posting.